What is the oxidation of sulfur in strontium sulfate? Is it A, -2, B, 0, C, 2, D, 4, or E, 6? Let's look at the rules for determining oxidation numbers and see which ones apply. Number 1. The oxidation number of any free element is 0. Sulfur is part of a compound, so this does not apply. Number 2. The oxidation number of any simple monatomic ion equals the charge on the ion. Sulfur is part of the sulfate ion, so this does not apply to sulfur. Number 3. The sum of all oxidation numbers of the atoms in a molecule or polyatomic ion must equal the charge on the particle. This doesn't tell us directly, but we will need to use this. Number 4 talks about fluorine. Number 5 talks about halogens. Sulfur is not a halogen. Number 6 talks about hydrogen. Number 7, in its compound, oxygen usually has an oxidation number of -2. Exceptions: compounds with fluorine, peroxides, and superoxides. None of these rules addresses sulfur specifically. The one rule that we can use is number 3. The sum of all oxidation numbers of the atoms in a molecule or polyatomic ion must equal the charge on the particle. So to find the oxidation of sulfur in strontium sulfate, we need to first figure out the oxidation numbers of strontium and oxygen. According to rule number 7, the oxidation number of oxygen in our compound would be -2. But how do we figure out the oxidation number of strontium? We need to recognize that our compound is ionic. The strontium is a monatomic ion, so rule 2 applies. Strontium has a 2+ charge, so its oxidation number is 2. Now we can apply rule 3. Strontium sulfate is neutral, so the sum of all the oxidation numbers in the compound must add up to 0. Strontium is a +2 oxidation number. To that we add 4 oxygens, each at a -2 for a total of -8. So the strontium and oxygen together gives us -6. We only have 1 sulfur left. So to get a total of 0, the sulfur must have an oxidation number of +6. So the correct answer is E.